Hey, what's up guys, this is Hacks the Max, finally bringing you guys another PO battle, and I know I sort of took a leave of absence from uploading for about 3 weeks, is it, but as I mentioned, the first 2 weeks were from exams, and I know that's not really much of an excuse, but I mean, school does come first before YouTube, so that's basically why I've been away. And then also, the week right after, I had to go to Quebec, because French school, smarts and whatnot, and smart sisters. But that's where I am currently, and it's a bit of a hassle trying to get up a video. But apparently, hotel Wi-Fi here is freaking amazing. So I was able to go on PO earlier this morning and try and find my first Black and White 2 match, which I have for you here. And there's been quite a bit of hype going on about the new forms released, and that's basically going on in Ubers and OU. So I thought, hey, I just go away from all of that for a second and check out some lower tier Pokemon, see what Dream abilities got released there. And it turns out that Amoonguss now gets Regenerator and Cinccino gets Skilling, both of which are freaking awesome on those two Pokemon, and I really needed to test it out and make a team based around them. So yeah, they're definitely not going to stay in NU anymore. They might go up to RU, maybe even UU. And yeah, this is a UU battle that I had against Seamless, I found earlier today. So let's get into it right away. I'm going to lead off with my especially defensive Empoleon, as he leads off with his Charizard. Now the plan was here to get out my Stealth Rocks first and then roar him out, so when he comes back in he takes massive Stealth Rock damage. But then he goes for the Sunny Day here, and that really made me nervous, because as you know, Charizard does have the Solar Power ability, so these Fire Blasts are going to do a ton, because as you'll see, he's going to go for the Sun Boosted Solar Powered Fire Blast, and that almost takes out my fully specially defensive Empoleon. Dang, that did a lot, but the plan does work. I am able to roar him out, so when he comes back in, he will take lots of entry hazard damage. But in comes the Swampert, and I don't want my Boeing to die just yet, so I'm going to go out into my Pink, because it is a freaking wall, and I guess he predicted my Flygon or someone coming, because he goes for the Ice Punch. So that kind of tells me he's banded, but just in case he wasn't, I went for the Taunt if he wanted to set up his Stealth Rock. But he switches out straight into his Houndoom, and this isn't a very good matchup for me, because he can obviously do a lot of damage to my Mew with the Dark type move. But yeah, I was really fearing the Pursuit here as well. I was really debating whether or not to switch out, but I knew you could take one anyway, so I switched. And it turns out he just goes for the Fire Blast anyway, which I guess isn't that bad, because Sun Boosted and whatnot. But he misses right here, which is kind of unfortunate, but it doesn't matter, because this next one will take it out, and that just kind of ensured that the Sun did go away that turn. So I guess it didn't matter too much. But this Houndoom is kind of a big threat, so I have to switch out into my 5 Alive, and as you'll see, 5 Alive is freaking fast. It outspeeds this Houndoom, and it goes for the Rock Blast, and it didn't even need the 5-turn skill link right there. It just went for the 1-turn critical hit Rock Blast to take out that Houndoom, so that's pretty impressive for Cinccino. The only downfall is that its accuracy isn't that great, because yeah, I go for the Bullseye right here, and apparently this guy hasn't seen many Cinccinos in UU, because he clearly did not know that I carries Bullet Seed, so that completely destroys that Swampert. Oh my goodness. So Cincino's doing quite a bit of work right here, and now he sends up the Snorlax, and this is where a bit of hacks come into play, because I'm going to go for the Tail Slap right here first turn, and after the 5th time it hits, it is looking like a pretty solid 2-hit KO, so that just really goes to show how powerful Cinccino is with Skilling. Not even Technician boosted either, but here he goes for the Curse, and that kind of scares me, because now I'm not sure whether or not these next few Tail Slaps will be able to take it out. But unfortunately for me, I end up missing this Tail Slap, and Tail Slap is an 85 accuracy move, so it will tend to miss. And then he goes for the Rest, which kind of sucks now, because I really do not have anything else to switch into the Snorlax, really, safely that is. But I'm just going to stay in here and go for the Tail Slaps, because if you look at the rest of his team, I really do not need Cinccino anymore. It did do its job. It did a lot of work this battle. So I'm just going to basically Death Father my Cinccino, as he luckily gets the Curse from the Sleep Talk. So now he's at +2 defense, and my Tail Slash will not be doing a thing to this thing. But yeah, it actually brings it down to 70%, which isn't that bad. So I'm just going to basically wait until he wakes up from sleep, or he gets the normal type stab from the Sleep Talk. But luckily he does get the Rest this turn, so Cinccino will live for another turn. But yeah, I'm just gonna go for another Tail Slap, as I said, and I think this is basically it. He's gonna wake up. I end up getting a crit on one of the Tail Slaps right here, which does help later on when I bring in my next Pokemon. But yeah, he's just gonna wake up this turn, go for the return, and then that'll take out my Cinccino. So good job, Cinccino. You did pretty good work this battle, I guess. But yeah, I could have basically swept this team with my Cinccino if I had hit those first couple tail slaps, but I guess it's okay, just made the battle a bit longer. So I guess into my pink now, and the plan was here to go for the taunt first turn, so he couldn't set up a rest, or a curse, which he ends up going for the rest, so that was a great play on my part. And then I would go for the Will-O-Wisp, knowing he wouldn't switch out when he has 2 curses up, so that basically renders his +2 attack useless, and he's at normal attack now, so his returns will not be doing a whole lot to my Mew, because Mew is freaking bulky as crap. So yeah, this is a stall breaker Mew, by the way, if you can already tell. So I'm just gonna basically stay in here and go for a couple Psychics to take out the Snorlax, but I guess he didn't want that, so he switches out into his Charizard, which takes massive Stealth Rocks damage. And now I'm gonna go for the Psychic, and that barely doesn't take it out. So his Charizard's gonna get off a pretty powerful Fire Blast, not even solar powered or sun boosted. As you'll see, this Fire Blast does a hell of a ton to my specially defensive Mew, man. My Mew is pretty special bulky, and that did almost half damage, but luckily I am able to take it out with the next Psychic, which is great for me, and I have taken the lead 4-3, but it doesn't really matter because he's gonna send in a Shaman and take me out with a Seed Flare. But he goes for the Seed, but he missed his first turn, and I went for the taunt in case he was an annoying sub-Seed Shaman like I have seen around a few times. So I went for the taunt just in case, so I can get a free switch into something else. So I'm just gonna Death Claw my Mew as he kills me up with the Seed Flare. It doesn't really matter because I don't need my Mew for anything else, as you'll see, because his remaining Pokemon are pretty all weak to my Rotom Heat. So I know I can basically spam Overheat, as I know after the burn damage his Snorlax will not be able to live 2 Overheats from my Choice Scarf Rotom Heat. So that's basically what I go for. After the burn, he will be able to live with 1%, but it doesn't matter because I can outspeed and go for the Overheat again. So yeah, that is a dead Snorlax, but I know after the 2 Overheats I am at -4 special attack, so whatever else comes in, although they are both weak to fire because his remaining Pokemon are Shaman and Heracross, I know that it won't be doing a whole lot, so I have to switch out into my Amoonguss. And Amoonguss makes its first appearance right here, and although it's a bit late, it did do quite a good job because he goes for a Seed Flare. Amoonguss takes that easily. He gets a special defense job, it doesn't matter because next turn he's going to go for the Synthesis anyway. And I had a plan here to go for the Spore, because normally Shamans do carry Natural Cure if I'm not mistaken, but I knew he would have to either stay in or switch out, and that would give me a free switch into my Rotom Heat right here. But apparently he decides to stay in. Maybe he doesn't have the Natural Cure or something, but that easily allows me to go into my Rotom Heat and OHKO this thing easily with an Overheat. So that's a dead Shaman, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, as you'll see, his last Pokemon is his Heracross, and I wasn't sure if at -2 this next Overheat would be able to take it out. So just as a safety, I switched out into my Amoonguss again to sponge anything. He went for the Stone Edge right here, and Amoonguss does take that quite nicely actually. And then I know that Amoonguss can take anything else on its anything else that it has, unless it's like Flame Orb or something. But he goes for the Mega Horn, does 50%, which is pretty good damage. But I'm able to go for a Spore just to ensure my victory, so that my Rotom Heat can safely come back in again. And then if not, I did have a Choice Band and Flygon in the wing. So yeah, I'm gonna send in my Rotom Heat, go for the Overheat, and that will be the game. So good game, seamless. It was a pretty good battle for my first Black and White 2 Wi-Fi battle. And yeah, basically expect some more videos from me, not quite recently, but because I do have summer classes and whatnot. I'm still in Quebec, but once I get back, hopefully I'll be able to upload some more, and expect some other content from me, like some live PO or something for Black and White 2, because I kind of want to mix up what I have on my channel a bit, and it's kind of like a late 20 sub special, a very late one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.